In the days before the deep broke open, when giants still walked the earth, and angels fell from glory to grasp flesh, there lived a man named Lamech. He was the son of Methuselah, grandson of Enoch, and the father of Noah. His name meant despair in a world that had forgotten how to pray. But his life pointed to hope. Lamech was born into a world smoldering with judgment, a world fattened on sin, a world busy with noise, cities built on blood, altars burning for false gods, and laughter echoing where reverence used to dwell. His grandfather, Enoch, had walked with God and vanished. His father, Methuselah, lived year after year as a divine countdown. But Lamech? He was caught in the in-between. He watched the long decay. And every day, the sky seemed a little more silent, the ground a little more cursed, the people a little more proud. He tilled the land with his hands, but the soil bled back thorns. He raised cattle, but the ground devoured them. The curse of Adam lived in everything. And so Lamech groaned, not just in toil, but in spirit. He longed for something more, a promise, a seed, a son. Then one day, his wife bore him a child, and Lamech named him Noah, saying, "This one will comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed." It wasn't just a name. It was a prophecy. It was a prayer wrapped in skin, a cry that maybe, just maybe, this child would break the curse. Lamech raised Noah with fear, with reverence, with hope. He taught him the names of the righteous: Adam, Seth, Enoch, Methuselah. He warned him of the Nephilim, the watchers, the dark altars rising in the hills. He pointed to the sky and whispered, "One day, the sky will fall, and only those who walk with God will stand." But the world did not listen. It built monuments to itself. It called evil good and good evil. Men took wives as they pleased. Giants bred with women. Violence filled the earth. And through it all, Lamech watched, not with hatred, but with sorrow. He saw what his grandfather Enoch had prophesied. He knew what his father Methuselah had waited for. He felt it like a storm building on the edge of the horizon, a pressure in the air, a stillness before judgment. And so he poured into his son. He taught him to build, not just homes, but altars. He taught him to listen, not to the crowds, but to the voice. He taught him to fear God, not with terror, but with trembling trust. And Noah listened. While others mocked, Noah measured timber. While others feasted, Noah prayed. While others cursed the heavens, Noah obeyed the whisper of the Lord. Lamech saw it, and he wept, because he knew his time would end, but his son would carry the burden of the last chance, the burden of salvation, the burden of building a vessel in the face of a flood no one believed in. As the years passed, the world grew darker. Lamech's voice grew softer. His bones ached, but his spirit burned. And in his final days, he gathered Noah to his side, his eyes dim, his breath short, but his faith unshaken. He whispered, "The time has come. God has spoken. Build the ark. Spare nothing. Speak nothing. Just build, obey, and walk." And then, the man who once named Noah in hope closed his eyes in peace. Lamech died 5 years before the flood. He never saw the rain. He never heard the cries. But he knew. He knew what was coming. And he had prepared his son to endure it. His name meant despair, but his legacy was obedience. He was not famous. He was not miraculous. He did not walk with God like Enoch. He did not live nearly 1,000 years like Methuselah. He did not survive the flood like Noah. But he was faithful, and his faith birthed a lineage that saved the world. Sometimes, your role is not to see the promise fulfilled, but to raise the one who will. Sometimes, your greatest act of faith is not what you build with your hands, but what you leave in the soul of your children. Lamech is the bridge between generations, the man in the middle, the last link before the world washed away. He believed in judgment. He believed in mercy. And he believed in the child who would carry both. We live again in days like Lamech, a world laughing at warnings, mocking God, drowning in noise. And like Lamech, we must do the unseen work, raise the next, speak the truth, pray in faith, and pass the torch. Even if we never see the flood, we must live like it's coming, because it is. Like, subscribe, and share for more Bible insights.